Hello. It's been a while since I've had an opportunity to interact with you in this way. They call me White Wolf. I've gone by many names. Stone is my physical being name. Either way. Right now, I feel a huge presence in what's going on and a need for a little bit of clarity. Now I can speak to you in any direct language or energy expression that you want, but I think part of the confusion that's happening, especially the way that I'm seeing the world being related, is what do we do? Now that question is asked to anybody is, they always come back to a starting point, and that's the confusion. So we're looking at a starting point, and we're trying to seek out a specific thing that led us to wherever we are. That feeling, that energy that you have about having some kind of need for timelines and all this other stuff is an old paradigm of thinking. It's an old way of understanding energy and the way that it relates to us. So before we get too much further into whatever discussion I'm here for, I like to allow myself and the energy that's around me to interact. The only way I can clearly do this is by knowing my own energy and the energy that is consequently revolving around me. I've seen many different variations of this in my lifetime and through the eyes of other lifetimes. It's just finding a balance within your own self and to quell the water that's inside of you. One of the things that I do first is I breathe. Now we breathe all the time. The breath I take is very simple. It's in, out. Then there's a gap between taking a breath in and taking a breath out. My lungs are purging old carbon dioxide at the moment as I'm speaking. So if we start from the beginning and we think about creating a safe container, a safe space for us to interact with these energies with impertuity, is that how you say it? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. In perpetuity? Yeah, in perpetuity. To be able to deal with these energies in a way that does not necessarily affect your own vision of things. It just kind of comes and goes. This breath work, I on the in, M on the out, and pausing on the U. It's a way of creating a space container for self, right? So you have your own version of the I am, I am who I am, and then you have this exterior version that is brought in on you from other perspectives, and that's the you inverse, the universe. So one of the best clearing tools that I've found spiritually to be able to clear energies away from my own signal is to breathe in I, breathe out M, and to say, chant, or sing the letter U. And it's really important to visualize the I, visualize the M, and visualize the U as you're doing this, because it creates a channel at which your mind starts recognizing symbols in a very simple way. Complicating symbols is really easy. That's what they're for. we're actually looking for the most basic understanding of symbols, and that will create this really awesome world that we get to stand and be a part of. This new paradigm that I think we're all understand that is coming to fruition, yet we're still waiting. Like, we're all expressing and wanting this to happen now. So connecting to Grandmother Earth, connecting to Grandfather Spirit through the earth, through the ether, the receiver. We bring gifts. We bring gifts of sound. And those gifts of sound, we bring just light, pure joy. And in that joy, we find the growth of new things. And we bring this fruit to our core vessel as appreciation. The chirping of a nest of birds nearby, signifying just growth, not even rebirth. Growth of a spirit, growth of a species, growth of an energy. I know there are people who talk with their hands and use ikanasa, bunaza, different languages to communicate. This is all energy. Every language that we interact with is just energy, and it's the pace at which it is spoken where you hear it. Take that energy and receive it in a way that you can interpret the symbols in the simplest way. Connecting to Mother Earth, connecting to Father Spirit, connecting to Grandmother Earth, the nurturer, the receiver of all things. Connecting through Grandfather, Speaker, Guide, Spirit. We have a chance to take the energy that we receive and allow it to interact with us in such a divine manner. And it really only takes just a moment between one interaction and another for that energy to shift and be perceived in such a interesting way. As you see, the wind is blowing. The prayers that we take in this world give us power. And then we choose to give that power into a different direction. That direction is our intent. It's the thing that drives us, that is our core fundamental spirit and power of all things. Some of us are told it's one thing and we believe it, and we feel just in that belief structure system, which inherently is the role of humans and elemental species and energies growing. Chesanaga wuha, yebase, yonase apata, henaso, ahenaso, achewa, chesapona hea, hua, here, nasa, oh. Doesn't matter. You sit and listen to the spirits that are here. Whether you believe them or not, it doesn't have any consequence on them. They're here. They interact. They're part of us. They're the things that interact with us in a way that's confounding. You don't get it. So play with it. Spirits of joy and creation. Even in death and destruction, there's creation. When you sit long enough and you listen to the spirits, they tell you their story. And you sit and listen to their story even longer, you start to hear a common narrative, how we have interacted with this spirit energy in a particular way. And it's not been conducive. It's not been the thing that has allowed us to progress in any fashion whatsoever spiritually with the spirits. We're at a point in civilization and time where we already know. We've been sitting long enough. Yep. Physical vessel, I am a light being. But I am not just a light being. I am also so many different energies, so much dark energy, light, dark light interaction. And for the longest of times, I've always thought, oh, I am a physical being. Oh. Not realizing I am actually both. A being that has this certain energy, this confidence, whatever, has the ability to step in as both. Yet in the physical form, I am. As the dreamer, OI, everything is possible. It's the darkness. Like, it's everything in between the light is the dream, is the OI. And it's been suppressed into this version of non-existence. Like, we go to sleep and we don't do anything. We just have these fantastical dreams. And my partner and I have been discussing the idea of us being daytime seekers. I am a seeker. And we write in a journal all day long. It's not even a real journal, it's just we collecting energy. And we take that into our OI realm, our dreamer consciousness. And our dreamer gets to work with all of these cool facts that we came up with. And the next day, all we're presented with is all the ways that those cool-ass ideas the day before have become manifestations in our own reality. And the music is a tool I use for blooming my reflection. I'm a drifter of dimensions. Don't detach yourself from the magic of dark. Of my scintillating essence. I live for the and it's not like dark magic, like the idea of dark magic, because you're light, and as a being of light, you know light, and you know how it's it. Yeah, you always have this longing for something of the dark end of things, and we've shadowed it by trying to cast light into the darkness, trying to overshadow the darkness and brighten up the darkness with our light beams. But we really need to take dark light, the dark energy that we're all dealing with romantically, and bring that to the light beams. Like, you reintroduce this beautiful elemental magic that we all have inherently in a new fundamental way, as almost the OI dreamer waking up in the morning to the seeker I am being is like saying, hey, I am being, will you guide me through the day and go collect all these cool ass things so I can play with them at night, and the next day you will have them. You will have the magic to be able to make anything grow, or a dragonfly land on but you have that because you have that relationship with the dreamland, with the dark, light energy. I don't know why I came on this medium today, or if it will even be viewed or seen flowing my expression from the center of this balancing, inventing ways to be that extend to when I started, I thought that it was betters the existence of everything create understanding of something. Like, we already have that. In its totality, the essence it's more, what do we do now? Present in the now of each reflection of existence, and as we tune into this power, the momentum of our bliss and bodies be conscious. That's what we do. Before, it's always been unconscious between other beings. Now you have a platform and a group of people that are like, dude, it's working. You're talking to me. Listen, like, we're actually able to connect in this really awesome magical way that before it was heretic to talk about. And now we can do it ubiquitously in front of them and communicate. Consciously go about your day knowing that you're taking you're the physical being that you are is walking in this physical world that your dreamer created. Like, all the dreamers created. And you're just walking back into the world with that facts, and then, like, trying to go collect more information. It's like this idea reminded me of a story of how the world could have been created by two magical, very powerful creatures. And they were so magical, they were just bored all the time because they just whatever. And they wrote all these cool books on magic and organized in a certain way. One day they're like, all right, you can pick a book from a spell from any book and do it on me, and then I get to do a spell on you from that same book. And the whole point of it is, it's like a tag or Easter egg hunt or hide and go seek. And the spell that one of the beings chose was to create a world in which what they saw and interacted with was created by the other being, the dreamer, and was like hints and symbols and little tiny things that pointed this person in the right direction, but they'd only have so long to collect all this information, like a time of day, daylight. So they split these two things, and the dreamer, the OI, the other being that was the creator and controller of this physical world realm, lived in a dream world and wasn't ever able to access the physical world. And that's kind of the idea that I'm thinking about when it comes to how we are interacting with the dreamer OI reality, the sleep dreamer person, and the physical world. We're interpreting things in a certain particular way. We're on Easter egg hunts, and we see symbols everywhere, and we're guided, and things are fated, and like, yes, of course they are. You've been doing this with yourself the whole time. You've been putting yourself in positions to find out truths that you just hid from yourself because you were fucking bored. Like, now are you done being bored? Quit arguing with your own self in this essence and start building the world at which those two magicians didn't realize were able to be created. They didn't know that this loop system would create a planet and actual beings to interact with, and actual powerful beings. And now we all want to dismantle it, but we want to keep it. Like, we want to dismantle the trap, the square box trap of things, and we want to open it up to an infinite loop, a loop of energy and possibilities. And men, we do this by introducing the theological idea that everything is hypothetical. It's a hypothetical world of existence. We can build an emotional foundation for something or somebody in a hypothetical world, because anything that they want is achievable because it's just based on whatever they want. Yet if we reverse that role and try to build a foundational world on a premise we don't understand, then there's always going to be conflict. And that's where we are. We are trying to express the steps to get there, and they're like, we don't need to express those steps because we're already over here. And see the conflict? We're just like, what the hell is happening? It's a different question.
The hypothetical world that they were presenting.
Yeah, my partner Morgan's saying the hypothetical world that they were presenting was a different question than the one that we are actually trying to create a foundational understanding of. Like, we both want the same thing. We're just don't realize we're different beings coming from different directions and have different ways of doing it. Being able to link up with your shadow self, your dreamer, then you will be able to interact with your partner or anybody with both the physical being and the dreamer together. And that creates a world in which we're all starting to provide ourselves. So, yeah, I mean, let's allow energy. The ideas are simple. Yes. When there's confusion, it's just based on perception and definition. So, perspective of the person or item or energy that is creating the definition at which you're interacting with. So if there's confusion, the perspective is of a lower-minded or lower energetic being. Was that cutting my face off the whole time? The whole time. We're recording this on 2 different cameras. I just had my noodles. Mm-hmm. Jio hey ana. Jio ana Jewana. Bring your love. She's listening. Bye.